Do you know what endothelial dysfunction is? Well, it is the inability for the arteries, your arteries, to relax when transporting blood. Why is this, you might ask? Inactivity contributes greatly to endothelial dysfunction. Forget about the technical term and look at it from this standpoint. If you're a living, breathing human being, you must move. I'm sitting here right now. This is a prime example of what causes endothelial dysfunction. Not sitting alone, prolonged sitting, prolonged stagnation. In our society today, so many of us have the habit of lounging too much, sitting too much. We drive our automobiles, we sit in our cars for extended periods of time, going from place to place, grocery shopping, traveling, and so forth, riding the bus, even public transit, sitting at a desk in your particular job or occupation for long periods of time, not standing up, getting up, moving around. And when you work in a restaurant, oftentimes you're on your what? Your feet, standing. Even though you're moving around, it's not adequate. That is in a restaurant type of situation, or even a factory, or even working at a postal service location, or similar jobs. So, what's the remedy for endothelial dysfunction? Move. That's the remedy. Get up if you can when you're doing work on a laptop that's yours. Stand up for a period of time and do your keying in, working on your computer, your homework, or what have you. Sit down in between. Sit down for about 10-15 minutes. Stand back up, start typing again, working on your assignment, whatever it is. Walking, brisk walks before you go to work. First thing in the morning when you get up, jumping jacks, squat thrust, or just squats in general. Leg lifts. Move your body, ladies and gentlemen. Even swimming is good because you're exercising virtually every muscle in the body when you are swimming. Floater kicking in the water. Aerobics. Something to get your heart pumping blood through its vessels. And once the activity of blood being pushed a little bit harder through the arteries, I'm not talking about high blood pressure, but from the exercise, that is. Once the blood begins to circulate even more, guess what? You will have more elasticity in your arteries, thereby preventing potential heart issues down the road. Now, listen to this. If you don't move adequately in an aerobic type of way on a regular basis, your blood will have a tendency to pool. Pool meaning sitting, not stagnant completely, but slowly, not moving like it should. When you run in place, guess what happens? You increase your heart rate, correct? And when you increase your heart rate, guess what? Your blood begins to move faster throughout the body to supply oxygen, oxygenated blood, if you will. And while it's doing that, it's exercising the inner walls of your arteries by virtue of that blood moving at that rate. But the less exercise, or the least exercise that you do to increase your heart rate, guess what? It's decreased. And your blood will have a tendency to slow down, especially when you're sitting still in a resting position most of the time. So I want to encourage you, get up and start moving if you want to live. I'm serious. I've said this before, and I continue to say this. If it moves, you got to move it. You got to move your body. Okay? Animals in nature do it every day, all day. Human beings have a tendency to say, well, I'm not a child anymore. I'm getting old. You are only as old as you feel and as you think. You are what you think, you know? So, I'm encouraging you. I'm imploring you today to get up and move and take into consideration how long you want to be here. Okay? It's really that simple. Endothelial dysfunction is the inability for your blood vessels to relax to allow more blood to flow. And this is going to help you in many regards. It's going to help you avoid the pooling of your blood, which causes cramps, can cause heart disorders, different types of arrhythmias with your heart, and a whole host of other things. So, why don't you do yourself a favor and let's move today. This is Brother Teacher. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you have a subject that you would like me to address, I'll do it as long as it's appropriate and in good taste. Much love. Take care.